This was truly horrific. After Donald Trump appeared to be lost in the Oval Office before this press conference was set to take place, he then held a press conference where he attacked Rob Reiner. When Rob Reiner and his wife were just murdered, and the main suspect appears to be their son, who suffered from serious drug addiction. Then Donald Trump attacked Brown University, even though Trump was the one who spread lies and disinformation about having the shooter in custody. This was beyond horrific what just went down in the Oval Office. Let me just share it with you. So here was Donald Trump when he got lost in the Oval Office before the press conference took place. Let's play this clip right here. And then Donald Trump attacks Rob Reiner, and who was just murdered. And Reiner's wife was murdered, and the main suspect is their son. And Donald Trump says Reiner is a deranged person. He has Trump derangement syndrome. Watch what Donald Trump says. Here, play this clip.
A number of Republicans have denounced your statement on Truth Social after the murder of Rob Reiner. Do you stand by that post?
Well, I wasn't a fan of his at all. He was a deranged person as far as Trump is concerned. He said he knew it was false. In fact, it's the exact opposite, that I was a friend of Russia, controlled by Russia. You know, it was the Russia hoax. He was one of the people behind it. I think he hurt himself in career-wise. He became like a deranged person, Trump derangement syndrome. So I was not a fan of Rob Reiner at all, in any way, shape, or form. I thought he was very bad for our country. Yeah.
Slips, Mr. President. Leader Thune doesn't seem.
Now this follows Donald Trump making a post earlier in the day where he also attacked Rob Reiner, and just utterly horrific. Here next, Donald Trump attacks Brown University. Play this clip.
Hopefully they're going to capture.
Has Kash Patel told you why it's been so difficult for the FBI to identify who the shooter is?
Well, it's always difficult. So far, we've done a very good job of doing it with Charlie, with, you know, the various times this has happened. They've done it in pretty much record time. But you really have to ask the school a little bit more about that, because, you know, this was a school problem. They had their own guards, they had their own police, they had their own everything. But you'd have to ask that question really to the school, not to the FBI. We came in after the fact, and the FBI will do a good job, but they came in after the fact.
He then says that he will be suing BBC, the network, for putting words in his mouth about the January 6th insurrection. We saw what you did on January 6th. We know you were responsible for the insurrection, but okay, you're going to sue BBC. That's what your focus is on. Here, play this clip.
Exist anymore because they know they're not going to get through. In a little while, you'll be seeing I'm suing the BBC for putting words in my mouth. Literally, they put words in my mouth. They had me saying things that I never said coming out. I guess they used AI or something. So we'll be bringing that lawsuit. A lot of people are asking, when are you bringing that lawsuit? Even the media can't believe that one. They actually put terrible words in my mouth having to do with January 6th that I didn't say. And the beautiful words that I said, right? The beautiful words, talking about patriotism and all of the good things that I said, they didn't say that, but they put terrible words. They actually have me speaking with words that I never said. And they got caught because I believe somebody at BBC said, this is so bad, it has to be reported. That's called fake news. So we'll be filing that suit probably this afternoon or tomorrow morning.
Then Donald Trump again calls affordability a hoax and says prices are coming down quickly. Here, play this clip.
And they don't mention the border anymore. Nobody talks about the border. They talk about affordability, and we're the ones that are bringing the prices down. We were given the worst inflation in our country's history, and we're bringing the prices down. But the affordability is on the Democrats because they have made it unaffordable to be in this country, but we're bringing those prices down, and they're coming down quickly. Energy is coming way down, and if you look, gasoline prices are hitting in many locations $1.99 a gallon. Nobody thought they'd see that.
He then says that he came up with the name caravans. Let's play it.
Well, it happened because the caravans, a name I think I came up with, maybe not,
Reminder, folks, please make sure you hit subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're on our way to 6 million subscribers. As I'm sure you know, we're under attack from the Trump regime, so please hit subscribe if you can. Then Donald Trump attacks the governor of Colorado and says that the governor is run by Tren de Aragua because Donald Trump wants to pardon someone involved in January 6th. And the governor, it's a state-related crime, and the governor's not allowing that to happen. Here, play this clip.
And last month, we seized another 1.7 million fentanyl pills in the state of Colorado, the poorly run state of Colorado, with a governor who's incompetent. And frankly, with a governor that won't allow our wonderful Tina to come out of a jail, in a high-intensity jail, because she caught people cheating on an election, and they said she was cheating. She wasn't cheating. She went over, she looked at one of the election scams going on, and because she did that, they put her in jail for 9 years. The governor of Colorado is a weak and pathetic man who was run by Tren de Aragua, the criminals from Venezuela, took over sections of Colorado, and he was afraid to do anything. But he puts Tina in jail for 9 years because she caught people cheating. And when she walked over and got involved in it, they said she was cheating. She wasn't cheating. She caught people cheating on the election, 2020, along with a lot of other people that cheated on that election. You'll see that coming out more and more.
Look, last-minute shopping during the holidays is the worst. You're probably running out of ideas, the stores are packed, and forget about finding parking. That's why Aura Frames has become my go-to last-minute lifesaver. It's a gift that actually feels thoughtful and personal. I'll be honest, I typically struggle with ideas for what to buy for my family, my parents, my siblings, all of them. So I tend to put it off because I want something special, something memorable. And in my opinion, Aura Frames is the best gift for that. Here's why. Aura Frames lets you share photos or videos from any device, and they'll instantly appear on the frame wherever it is in the world. It could be at your home, your office, or across the country, even across the world, wherever you want to share it. And the quality, it's incredible. Aura displays photos in true color and automatically adjusts to the light level of the room. At night, when you turn out the lights, the frame turns off too, saving energy and letting you sleep. And setup is ridiculously fast. It only takes about 2 minutes using the Aura app. You just download the app, connect to Wi-Fi, preload your photos before it ships, add a message, and then keep sharing photos and videos all year long. Every frame even comes in a premium gift box with no price tag, ready to gift. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code Meidas at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code Meidas. MEIDAS. This deal is exclusive to listeners and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're wondering, well, Ben, what's the purpose of this press conference? At the same time, Donald Trump was attacking Rob Reiner, whose son seems to be the main suspect in the murder, who suffered from drug addiction. Donald Trump held this to declare fentanyl a WMD, like nuclear bombs. And he said, I'm declaring fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction. Now, no doubt the scourge of fentanyl is something that we all should recognize. Saying it's a weapon of mass destruction. Okay, I mean, I'm not sure how that's actually addressing the problems. Here, play this clip.
Today, I'm taking one more step to protect Americans from the scourge of deadly fentanyl flooding into our country. With this historic executive order I will sign today, we're formally classifying fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction, which is what it is. No bomb does what this is doing. 200 to 300,000 people die every year that we know of. So we're formally classifying fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
Then Donald Trump claims that he makes up a number, 94% of drugs are not getting into this country. At the same time, I don't think that there's any concomitant drop in underlying drug use in the country. Here, play this clip.
And we don't put up with it. I have to say the drugs coming in by sea are down 94%. And we're trying to figure out who the other 6% are. But they're down 94%, and we're going to start hitting them on land, which is a lot easier to do, frankly. But these are a direct military threat to the United States of America. They're trying to drug out our country. And you could look throughout history. Look at China when they were loaded up with drugs. They were suffering greatly, and others were able to take them over.
Donald Trump is asked about whether Congress will extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies this week. It's a very important thing that Americans are very worried about, that their health care is going to be ripped away. And then Donald Trump engages in his usual fraud and says, my plan is we're going to eliminate Democratic insurance companies and give the people the money. Again, that's not even understanding the way insurance works. Trump's not going to give people money. He's lying about that the same way he lied about DOGE dividend checks and tariff rebate checks. So this is more fraud from Donald Trump. But even if you gave somebody a $2,000 check, do you know what a surgery costs or what chemo costs or what if you're in a bad accident, what that costs? So you have no under $2,000. It's not addressing insurance and risk pools. Here, play this clip.
What do you want to see Congress do this week as it relates to health care and the expiring ACA?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd like to see the people get the money. I'd like to see all of the money that's going to the Democrat insurance companies. You know, the insurance companies are making a fortune. They're up 1,700% and more.
Then a reporter asked Donald Trump about pardoning someone in the crypto industry who was recently convicted. And Donald Trump said, or charged, and Donald Trump said, well, you know, here's what I'm going to do. Here, play this clip.
Mr. President, this week a man named Keone Rodriguez is going to federal prison for creating crypto privacy software. The case was started under the Biden administration, but your DOJ kept it going and secured the conviction. A lot of people in crypto are saying that this man should be pardoned. Are you familiar with the case at all, or would you be interested?
I've heard about it. I'll look at it. Why, you think he should be pardoned? Sounds like it. Sounds like, based on your question.
Many people in
Rodriguez, we'll look at that, Pam. Okay, let's take a look at it. You'll have to tell me. I don't know anything about it, but we'll take a look.
Then Donald Trump tries to bolt sides, Russia and Ukraine. Let's play this clip.
And at this moment, Russia wants to get it. And the problem is they'll want to get it ended, and then all of a sudden they won't. And Ukraine will want to get it ended, and all of a sudden they won't. So we have to get them on the same page. But I think that's working along. Very good talk.
Just to be very clear, every time there's been a conversation with Ukraine, Ukraine has agreed to a ceasefire. Ukraine's not going to give away its eastern territory to Russia that Russia has not been able to take over. When Russia takes the eastern Ukrainian territory, they're going to continue to move west until they take over all of Europe. But Ukraine has always agreed to a ceasefire, and Russia wants absolute surrender. Next, Donald Trump claims that he did another peace deal with Thailand and Cambodia, and he calls them people. And again, this is not true. He's just not telling the truth. Things have been getting worse in Thailand and Cambodia, in Rwanda and Congo. All these things are getting worse under Donald Trump. Here, play this clip.
Up again. We don't want to have a war start up again. You know, as I said, with Thailand and Cambodia, two people I get along with great. And I dealt with them, and I called them, and I said, look, fellas, you got to relax. You got to take it easy. They lost. You know, they started the war again. I got it ended. And things like that are going to happen. War. There's nothing pretty about war, nothing good, and there's nothing you can do to predict what's going to happen.
A reporter then asked Donald Trump, why do we have troops in Syria in the first place? And here's what Donald Trump says. Here, play this clip.
Have you recently spoken directly to Putin?
Yeah, I have.
On Syria, Mr. President, on the U.S. troops killed in Syria over the weekend, why do we have troops in Syria?
Because we're trying to make sure that there's going to be and remain peace in the Middle East, and Syria is a big part of it. The new leader is a strong person, and that's what you need. This is a rough part of the world, and it's been amazing what's taken place in Syria. We got rid of.
You should also know that the leader of Syria, Jolani, who used to be the leader of Al-Qaeda, is actually in a very weakened position. Trump thinks he's strong because Trump thinks the guy's like handsome, like Trump's attracted to the guy, and he sprays perfume and cologne on the guy. But actually, a lot of what Trump's done with Jelani is showing that Jelani's compromised, and you're seeing a rise right now in ISIS-related attacks in Syria as a result of Trump's weakness. Now, finally, I'll show you Donald Trump leaving, and you can see he kind of struggles to get out of the room. Here, play this clip.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, press.
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. We appreciate you.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.